Hello student. Today I am going to discuss on the topic integrated pest management. Before starting my lecture, I would like to mention that the presentation is the part of initiative taken up by the Zoological Society of Assam. Primarily, this topic is meant for BSc student with zoology major. After going through this presentation, you can define a pest and its different type. Then you can explain the harmful effect of pest in agricultural field, forestry, spreading diseases and livestock. And at last, you can describe different pest control methods along with integrated pest management. Before going to the main topic, integrated pest management, we have to know what is pest. A pest is any living organism which has detrimental effect on plants, especially agricultural crops, animals, human concerns as well as livestock. A pest may be plants, animals and fungus. You should know that an organism is considered as pest in one setting but beneficial, domesticated or acceptable in another. The microorganism such as bacteria, virus, fungi, protista, which cause different deadly diseases on living organisms are considered as pathogen rather than pest. So now, what is the classification of pest? According to Smith and Beach in 1967, the pests are classified into four types. Number 1, key pest. They are serious, perennial, persistent species and their population usually remain above economic level. For example, cotton bollworm. The next, potential pest. They cause no significant damage under the conditions currently prevailing in the agro ecosystem. For example, red-banded leaf roller. Number 3, occasional pest. They appear only in certain regions and certain time. These pests are usually under adequate biological or environmental conditions. But when the natural balance is disturbed, the pest population increase above the economic level. For example, aphid. Then the last one, migrant pest. The name itself indicates that the pests are non-residential and appear periodically for a short period due to migration. For example, locust. Now, we came to know that pests may be plants, animals, fungus, etc. Animals are considered as pests or vermin when they damage crops, forestry or buildings or injure people. In animal groups, insect, mites, nematode, gastropod mollusk, etc. are considered as highest damage causing pests. Few examples of insect pests are Lepidopteran larva, sowfly, beetle, bug, grasshopper, aphids, flow beetle, Indian meal moth, mosquito, etc. Again, plant may be considered as pest if they are invasive species. For example, caltrop, Tribulus terrestris, which cause poisoning in sheep and goat. So, in this way, pests are classified or grouped. But now, why do we have to control pest? Because pest can do harmful effect on agricultural field as well as non-agricultural field. In the agricultural field, insects are most diverse pest among animals. They damage crops right from germination to harvest in the agricultural field. Few of pests also damage stored food grains. Some bugs cause structural damage to the crops. A report from Hindu that pest eats 35% of total crop yield annually. Now, how the insect damage the agricultural field? different insect can utilize different part of plants according to the feeding habit of insect. These are tissue consumer, which affect stems, leaves, flowers, fruits and roots, and also crops residues. For example, shoot fly, nut borer, cutworm, etc. Few of the root damaging insects are termite, beetle larva, root weevil. Then the leaf damaging insect. They feed voraciously and stripe a plant nearly bare. For example, leaf miner, gypsy moth. Whitefly is the example of flower feeding insect. Few of the fruit damaging insects are fruit borer, bollworm, fruit fly, fruit sucking moth, etc. And the next group is sapsucker. They suck sap from different plants parts affecting growth and development of crops. For example, fruit sucker, stem sucker, flower sucker, etc. So, in a nutshell, we may say that insect pests cause damage in two ways, in direct way or in indirect way. In case of direct damage, they feed on the tissues, reduces leaf surface, distortion of growing shoot, effect on plant growth and wilting of shoots and branches by the insect tunneling activities. And in indirect damage, they allow entry or transmit viral, bacterial and fungal infection. Other than insect pests, mites, nematodes, slugs, snails, birds also cause damage to the agricultural field. Spider mite occurs nearly all important field crops and ornamental plants. They puncture the plant cells to feed, with some species forming web. Again, gall mite affect a wide range of plants. Coconut mite is an example of gall mite which can cause devastating effect on coconut production. A large number of nematodes are present in soil and attack roots of plants. High infestation of nematodes cause stunting, deformation and retardation of plant growth and can transmit viral diseases from plant to plant. Potatosis nematode can cause reduction of 80% in the yield of susceptible potato varieties. Slugs and snails are terrestrial gastropod mollusk which chew leaves, stems, flowers, fruits and vegetable debris. Parrot, pigeons, peacock are the example of bird pest. There are also few pests which cause structural damage in building and furniture. For example, termite, longhorn beetle, wood ants, etc. Woodpecker also sometimes exacerbate holes in the building. Human health is also affected by pests as they can act as carrier for different allergens which irritate people with sensitive medical conditions. Pests also destroy the habitat of other organisms as well as natural resources, leading to reduction in water quality, increase in soil erosion and degraded the land. Now, it is understood that pest has a negative impact on agriculture in particular and economy in general. Therefore, to control pest, number of measures are taken and research are going to explore suitable and convenient measures to get rid of insect pest damage. From indigenous control method to applying technological based control methods are used by the farmer in all over the world. Scientists are trying to gather the knowledge of the life cycle of the pest and their host association so that they can apply control method in any stage of life cycle or their host. There are three types of host association such as monophagous, oligophagous and polyphagous. In monophagous host association, the pest depends only one species of plant for whole life cycle. For example, Hypothalamus nampi, coffee berry borer. Then the next one, Oligophagous host association. Here, the pest confine only one family for the whole cycle. For example, Hypsiphylla robusta. And the last one, Polyphagous host association, where the pest visit the diverse plant species to complete the life cycle. For example, Apate monosus. And interestingly, many agricultural pests fall on polyphagous host association. And now, integrated pest management. It is a pest control method where different pest control methods are used in a harmonious way to minimize the environmental disturbance. But it is not organic farming, as here minimum amount of chemicals are used selectively only when the crop need it. It was first founded by Smith and Allen in 1954 and Stern et al. In 1959. Geyer and Clark in 1961 proposed the management of insect pest population by the insect control method and later known as integrated pest management. The main aim of integrated pest management is to suppress pest population below the economic injury level. Basically, integrated pest management is a broad-based approach that integrates practices for economic level of pest. The definition of integrated pest management according to Food and Agricultural Organization in 1961 that a pest management system that in the context of the associated environment and the population's dynamics of the pest species utilizes all suitable techniques and methods in as compatible a manner as possible and maintains the pest populations at levels below those causing economic injury. Integrated pest management emphasizes the growth of a healthy crops with the least possible disruption to agro ecosystems and encourages natural pest control mechanism. An American integrated pest management system is designed around 6 basic components, and these components are acceptable pest level, preventive cultural practice, monitoring and record keeping, mechanical control method, chemical control method, and last biological control method. And now I am going to explain the different terms. First one, acceptable pest level. Here, emphasis is given to control the pest rather than eradication. Wiping out an entire pest population is often impossible and the attempt can be expensive and unsafe. Therefore, it first tried to establish acceptable pest level called as action thresholds. And if action thresholds are crossed the limit, then only control methods are applied. You see, these thresholds are pest and site specific. That means it may be acceptable to one site to have a weed such as white clover but not acceptable another site. Again, allowing a pest population to survive at a reasonable threshold reduces selection pressure, which lowers the rate at which a pest develops resistance to any control method. It is also important to know that using alternative control methods to different classes of pests may help to reduce to develop resistance of any class of control. Then the next one, preventive cultural practices. Here, more emphasis is given on selection of local varieties and maintaining healthy crops in agriculture than plant quarantine and cultural techniques. Here, beneficial fungi and bacteria are added to potting media of horticultural crops vulnerable to root diseases. Therefore, use of fungicides is reduced. Again, in monitoring, regular observation of pest population is very important step. Regular observation is done by inspection and identification. Visual inspection, insect and spore traps and other methods are used to monitor pest level. Record keeping is also essential to know the target pest behavior and reproductive cycle. For example, insects are cool-blooded animal and their physical development is dependent on the temperature of the area. Therefore, environment determines the optimal time for a specific insect outbreak. After that, different control methods are applied to control different pests. These control methods are biological control method, chemical control method and mechanical control method. And now, I am going to discuss different control method applied to control different pests. First one is primary control method and where cultural practice is more relevant. Second one, chemical control method. Third one, biological control method. Fourth one, mechanical control method. And fifth one, autocidal control method. Primary control method is the non-chemical management of pest using manual or mechanical means to change the soil and crop environment to discourage pest establishment. Cultural method includes crop rotation, adjustment of time and methods of showing preparation of soil and cultivation of pest-resistant varieties etc. help to keep the pest population under check. Ploughing and cultivation of soil before sowing reduces the pest burden. In cultural practices, weeds are destroyed by ploughing and burning to kill larger competing herbivores. Adjustment of time of sowing has been effective for avoiding attack of sorghum maize. Hybrid varieties of cereals, cotton, oilseeds, fruits and vegetables have been produced to avoid insect pest attack. Therefore, among primary cultural measures, the recent cultural practices have brought revolution in the agricultural production. In chemical control method, chemicals are used to control pests such as insect, mites, nematode, gastropods, mollusks, rodents, weeds, etc. According to Food and Agriculture Organization, pesticides are any substances or mixture of substances intended for preventing, destroying or controlling any pest. Pesticides are applied to crops by agricultural aircraft, tractor-mounted crop sprayers or acid dressing to control pest. Now, the classification of pesticides. Basically, pesticides are classified into three ways. First one, based on modes of entry. Next one, based on pesticide functions and the target organism, and last one is based on the nature of chemical families. So in case of the mode of entry, the way pesticide can contact with or enter the target are called mode of entry. For example, systemic pesticide, repellents, stomach poison, fumigants, etc. Based on pesticide functions, these are actually how they worked on different pests, such as insecticide. So these chemicals act on insect. For example, aldecurve. Again, in case of herbicide, these chemicals act on herbs. For example, atrazine. So like that, nematocide, example metaldehyde, acaricides, bifenazate and rodenticides where the chemicals act on mice or rats. For example, warfarin. And last one is based on the nature of the chemicals. For example, organochlorine, organophosphate, carbamates and pyrethroids. And next one is biological control method. application of chemical pesticide provide full protection to the crop rather than absolute eradication of the pest population. Therefore, biological control measure is quite eco-friendly and suitable for pest control. It is a method of controlling pests such as insect, mites by using other organisms. In this method, predatory or parasitic insect known as beneficial or good bugs help to control chewing and sucking insect that affect the quality and productivity of crops by killing them or disruption their breeding cycle. For example, ladybird were used in citrus plantation in California to control scale insect. The next one, autocidal control method. Different sterile techniques such as radiation, chemosterilant, synthetic hormones, anti-hormones, insect growth regulators and new chemicals have been introduced for eradication of pests. And the last one is mechanical control method. In mechanical control method, pests are controlled by using physical means such as fences, barriers or electronic wires. Therefore, now we understood that integrated pest management combined the use of biological, cultural, chemical practices to control insect pests in agricultural production. Here, primarily biological control method is used with selective insecticide because if the pests are unable to control by natural means, then a little amount of chemical insecticide are used. Thus, only the target pest is controlled, leaving the beneficial population unharmed. Nowadays, integrated pest management is used worldwide as it is effective pest control method. There are few benefits of using integrated pest management in the agricultural field. Benefits are, first one, it promotes sustainable bio-based pest management alternative. Next, it reduces environmental risks associated with pest management. It reduces ecological and health hazards of animals and human beings by restricting use of pesticide. Next, it reduces the potential for air and groundwater contamination. And again, it protects non-target species. And last, it provides the most cost-effective, environmentally sound and socially acceptable method of managing diseases, insect, weed and other pests in agriculture. During my preparation of the presentation, I have followed these sources or references. This all about integrated pest management. Thank you for your patience hearing. If you have any query and suggestion, please contact me through the given email.